Group testing is simply allowing students to take a test in a group and submit answers as a group rather than individually. So I have used several different variations of group testing, but the one that I'm using mostly right now is allowing the students to take the exam as a group as an extra credit activity after the individual exam. So what happens is they all take the exam and turn in their answer sheets, and then they come into the lab and they meet in here and meet with their group, and they go through the same exam. So I give them a new copy of the same exam, and I ask them to come to consensus on the answers. And they're asked to grade the exam. We give them a key when their whole group is done taking the exam. And they get 5 points of extra credit on the 100-point exam for doing that. One of the things that I think is the most beneficial is that students have a chance to talk about the questions immediately while they're still fresh in their mind. And I've seen so much discussion happening about those questions after the fact that I think that's really useful. And I think that it gives them more confidence in their group. And I've seen a little bit of evidence from surveys that students said that it made their group more willing to discuss things other than the exam. And so I think that that group process benefit is a small amount of it. Other benefits that I have seen is that students don't have to ask me later, why was that answer correct? Because those questions come up during the discussion. So if they didn't get a question correct and they want to know why their answer wasn't correct, there's 5 other people there that can explain it to them. Another thing that I'm in the room when they're doing it, and so I know right away which questions are going to be a problem, because if there's 5 groups that come up and say, well, we thought it was B and not C, sometimes I see that it was just a keying error, but other times I see that, yeah, I'm going to have to rethink that question. And so I can just make an announcement while they're all still there in the room. Yes, there's going to be 2 answers for this one, or I'm going to look at the statistics on this question before I decide, but this one's going to be under review. So that eliminates a lot of time from them having to email me and a lot of time from me having to email them. I did a survey about 4 or 5 years ago with one class where I had used it. I had questions on there like, I learned things from the group exam that I would not have learned otherwise, and most of the students answered yes, that was true. And one thing that was really surprising was that students told me that they even learned things about that concept when they had gotten the question right. Like, they got the question right, but they just really didn't understand it until the whole group was discussing it. And we give them a test and we look for things that they get wrong more than things they get right, but even the things that they get right, sometimes they may not completely understand, and I had never thought about that before. So it's a technique that I have been sticking with for many years, and I intend to keep doing it, and I coordinate the exams in the fall, in the first year, and so I work really hard to make sure they only have 1 exam on Friday morning so that I can have the time to do this, because I think it is very beneficial. And the students enjoy it. They've told me that they wish that other instructors did it. And so I think that it's something that I'm going to keep doing.